Perfect. So, hello, Shitesh. It is so nice to have you today on this Tradetron podcast, where my goal is basically to bring in more diverse people from different walks of life to talk about their own trading journey, to talk about their own experiences with trading, so that you can learn better about stock markets and the viewers can get more knowledge and encouragement about this field that we are in. So, today I have someone so interesting from such a different background, so diverse. So his name is Shitesh. Shitesh is
Yeah,
a mariner, if that is correct.
yeah,
You
I am.
are you work at a ship, I think for 8 months a year, 8 to 9 months a year at a
No, no.
ship.
We work precisely 6.5 months,
Oh, okay.
and mostly we go for 4 months contract, 4 on 3 off like this. And in a financial year, we try to do 6 months, so
So
that we maintain our NRE status.
so does that mean that you are like 6 months of a trader and the next 6 months are not a trader, or how does that work?
Uh, you can say like that. And during my vacation, I'm mostly my thing is to do 9 to 3:30 trading only. And
Okay.
during my sea posting, whenever whichever ship I go, I'm absolutely I'm busy in my work. I do not have much time for that, and that is
Okay.
also one of the reason I choose Algo platform Tradetron, so that I can just activate before next morning, and I just leave it to do a part of trading. And whenever I get time, I just keep monitoring that 10-15 minutes like that in between.
So we will get into a little bit about algos and all. But before that, can you tell me about your trading experience? I mean, I have never heard of someone who is from a ship and yet doing trading. And what type of trading do you do? And a little bit about your trading, like how do you trade and what brought you into trading in the first place?
Okay, so let me begin with how I came into trading. Okay,
Uh-huh.
in 2016-17, I was involved with the market through mutual funds only. Like my colleagues and my seniors, at that time I was a junior third engineer on board, and they advised me to invest your money properly, whatever you earn, so that you have a good future. Because we shipping background people, we do not have any
Hmm.
pension plan or any retirement plan or any kind of a support which we have normally in other land
Hmm.
based jobs.
Hmm.
So I started SIP in mutual funds,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
then I started learning about it, and then I learned how compounding works in achieving financial goals. And slowly I then went into stock investments. I read few books of like value investments, like from Mr. Warren Buffett, and a few books from one trader is there, Adam Khoo from Singapore. He was, I think, one
Hmm.
of the youngest billionaire.
Okay.
uh, he became from trading only, and slowly I started going into investment. And
Okay.
then later on I read about future and options, how uh, we can use them for hedging our portfolio. And then slowly I went into options trading. So this way my journey began. And initially I was doing intraday stock trading, like speculative directional tradings also, like shorting the stocks or getting into long positions on intraday or like weekly holding basis.
Hmm.
But right now I am into options trading, like options I am using for my hedging the portfolio also, which is I think uh, must be around holding the stocks is must be around 90 to 1 CR, 90 lakhs
Okay.
to 1 CR. And
Okay.
also I'm doing options trading on weekly for weekly options contract. So these are like I have built these algos for intraday based options, options trading them with a defined risk management policies.
So you're saying from 2017 onwards, you were basically doing only mutual funds. Then gradually you started learning more and more about the
Correct,
different instruments. Then you
correct,
went into proper stock investments. And
correct, correct.
after those investments, you were then into basically trading with futures and options. Correct? Like after you did like a lot of background work on intraday trading, swing trading with the stocks. And was this was this along with your journey of ships and like working as the engineer at the vessels, or was this before that only that you had started trading?
No, these things I started with my utilizing my vacation periods.
Okay.
Those days, internet were also not so smooth on board. Right
Hmm.
now we have a very good speed over mostly almost all the vessels now. Those days I was only on board vessels. I was interested in these stock tradings, and also I was reading the books. So I used
Hmm.
to carry books and also e-books, and these investments and all trading I was doing mostly here only at during my vacation period. So with a laptop only I was doing. Uh, Now I have full setup here for trading. I
Is
have
it?
established.
Okay, can
Yeah,
you tell me
because
more about your setup, like on the at home and on the ship?
no, at home I have a separate uh, 3 BHK flat where I have
Okay.
set up my small in a small room with high performing CPU setup and a wide screen desktop with 2 laptops and tablets. So here I analyze the chart patterns and everything, and I try to do some research and do the trading. On board, I just carry my laptop and nighttime whenever I get time I just scan the how market is behaving, since because in shipping we don't have much time, so most of the time we are busy even on Saturdays and Sundays.
Hmm.
So if we get time like once in 2 weeks or 3 weeks, then I dedicate that time here, and I try to analyze few stocks I to invest them for a long term. And also my trading strategies, like in Tradetron for 1 year I was almost trying to improve it. Like
Okay.
every day I used to analyze how it is repairing, how it is adjusting, how it is doing exit, which setup is having the most profitable probability.
Hmm.
Based on that I was always tweaking those algos. So
So
that also involved a lot of time. And on board whenever I get 1 hour 2 hour, I go through the notification log. I what time it executed, what indicator caused it to do the repair. So
so
yeah.
one question that I have, like how did that initial learning happen? Like how did you first started learning that okay, this is how the charts are, this is how I'm supposed to take the trade? And I'm sure you must have gone through quite a tough time learning, given your current background.
Yeah, see, before I was doing manual trading. Okay,
Hmm.
manually I was doing intraday tradings and all, and I was also very successful. I was making almost 20k, 20k, 30k on expiry days, other days also. So every day I was my target is 0.5% to 1% like that.
Hmm.
But manual trading, when the things go out, against you, that time you're it is very very hard to control your emotions. Okay, यहाँ से reverse हो जाएगा, maybe I will turn profitable, let's hold a little bit more, let's increase your stop loss to 2% 3% like
Hmm.
this. So in that way your emotion always takes over your setup, okay, your trading decisions and all. You tend to leave your discipline set of rules, and you by your emotions you get diverted from that, and then you end up in a big loss.
Hmm.
So in trading there are always all the scenarios can happen. You cannot be profitable every day. Okay, there can be big loss, big profit, small loss, small profit. So only thing which is harmful to our traders is big loss, and which was happening to me every 10 days 15 days. I used to earn a good amount of profits in for 10 days, and suddenly 11th day a big loss happens, and then those profits are gone. So the main my drawback was this emotional control discipline, and it
So
is a
how did you take over then? That like emotions is something that everyone struggle with. So what changes did you make? What was the thought process and mindset around
uh,
this? Can you walk us
this
through?
was the main reason I shifted to algos. Then I came across this algo trading. I came across several platforms. I did a bit of research how these algos are working. Like few brokers were allowing that you can set target stop loss. You can set that this condition is bad, then it can exit. So I went through few trading platforms. Then I found about Tradetron, and I did a research, and I got a good reviews about it. That it's the most so far it is the most reliable platform in India if you are interested in algo trading. So I started building strategies in that. So slowly this uh, journey started with algo trading in that. And in this journey, I since my just a minute, just a minute. So in this journey, building an algo strategy is also not easy, as you know. This
Okay.
creating a strategy is also not easy. But with God's grace, since in 10th and 11th, I was very good in C++, computer language, and my mathematics was also pretty well. And so on that basis, it's like it really fascinates me to build a logical algorithm like condition based, like and or if this condition satisfies, then output should be this. So since with that decent background I was having, then on that basis I started building algo in that this Tradetron, and slowly I started editing and developing, then live testing, and then I came up with so many algos which I was doing in my manual trading. Whatever
So
strategies.
your manual trades that you used to take, you converted them into algos.
Correct,
Okay.
exactly.
Okay.
So first strategy I made was I named them with cricket players so that I can identify how this will behave. Okay, so first algo I made with the name of Rahul Dravid, Bank Nifty Rahul Dravid. Okay, so that would be a moderate strategy I made, and it was normal a triangle position with hedge, like iron condor you call it, and moderate maximum loss was only 1% of the capital used, and target was also 1%. So in a range bound day, it was making good profit, and then on trending days, it would try to catch the trend. Like if it is going up, then it will exit the short call position and it will hold the P and also the hedge, and it will try to capture the trend to earn its target profit. So that also worked a bit, but nowadays you can see how market is volatile. It is making W pattern, B pattern, and God knows what all patterns they are making on intraday basis. So that's why then I made several other algos also based on that. Like
Maybe you should try changing the name to Virat Kohli, and then it will start performing better.
yeah, eventually I made a Kohli strategy, and that
Is it?
yes, and Kohli has been the most profitable strategy. I will show you the report.
Okay.
Yeah, Kohli has made me consistently very good profit, and it
Is
really
it?
matches the name. You know how Kohli plays. If you are interested in cricket,
Uh,
Kohli first come in like in a 50 over game. He first get in. He sets his eye in, and for initially he will start slowly ones and twos, and when he come close to the end, he starts accelerating. So same way, my algo he starts slowly, and with a out of the money triangle position, and
okay.
as soon as the market gets in consolidation, it starts adjusting it, and when it comes to the in the money options position also up to the straddle position. So in this way, Kohli has given me the most profit so far. Other
Okay.
strategies I have Sehwag, Dhoni, those are aggressive strategies. Like they are taking straddle position, short straddle position, like iron fly, and in that one uh, they also try to capture the trend, like if market goes directional, and in that way but since it is in the money option position, that's why they are a bit of a risky strategy. So stop loss is little higher, like up to 2.5% to 3%, and target is also high. Target is
So
also, yeah.
before we get into like what sort of strategies do these are your strategies,
Mhm.
can you tell me a bit about like how do you think of that particular strategy? So for example, a Virat Kohli or a Dhoni or a Sehwag, what is the thought process that goes into actually curation of that strategy in the first place? And then you can like tell us about maybe, or you can first share a screen, show us like the numbers that you were talking about, and then we can go into how you actually go about building that strategy, because obviously you will must be testing some parameters and different things in order to understand what sort of adjustments to take, or why should the stop loss be 3% or 10% or 1% or whatever, something like that.
Okay, see, this is based on my experience. Like, as I said, I was doing almost 3 years manual trading on
Hmm.
intraday basis. Okay, as this is as per my experience. Like, I
Hmm.
am using, let's say, super trend indicator on a
Hmm.
5 minute time frame, or I am using an EMA indicator on 5 to 10 minutes crossover, EMA crossover. So, based on those experiences, like how Bank Nifty behaves. I mean, its behavior is a lot more different than Nifty, or even Sensex behavior is hugely different from Nifty and Bank Nifty. So based on my observation, those conditions I have placed in my algos. Okay. So and sometimes what happens is there is a wick, like in a
Hmm.
candle, there is a big
Correct.
wick. It goes and eats the stoppers, and it comes back.
Hmm.
So that situation, to counter that situation, I have placed a closing condition also, like
Hmm.
in a 3 minute time frame, the price should be closing above the super trend line or the EMA line. If it is not closing, it is just going and just making a wick and coming back, then it will just hit the stop loss and it will give you a loss.
So you are saying you are not looking at your indicators based on LTP. You look at it based on the close of a particular candle, which
Few
is like a
conditions.
3 minute. Yeah,
Yes,
correct.
yes. Few
So it
conditions.
adds a little delay, but then you are sure that the trend is basically in your favor
Correct,
or
correct.
against
But
you, and then
correct.
exit the strategy.
But what if it like there is a sudden fall or something and it keeps
Correct.
on then I cannot wait for 3 minutes, then the price can
Exactly.
explode. So for that also I have placed another or in an or condition that if it exceeds to certain amount of times, like 50 rupees option price, let's say it goes beyond 150, then that has
Hmm.
reached to the extreme end. It can cause more than my desired loss.
Hmm.
So in that case also it can make an exit. So I have multiple conditions. My repair condition and it's almost like a one page, and
Okay.
in a notification log it comes. So this all is based on my experience. It is all of my. I have struggled a lot for this. I must tell you, in backtesting, one cannot get exact result of the output of what you
Hmm.
have prepared. Right, backtesting is never, because of the slippages and all. It never accounts that. So I have been doing the live testing, and I have spent almost 80,000 to 1 lakh rupees in that. I was
Okay.
doing it with one lot only, two lot only. I have been doing, and after 5 6 months, I have been correcting them, finding the bug, where is the issue, what is happening. Now I have completed all my algos. Then slowly I replicated into Sensex algo also when it came. Also mid cap, fin nifty, but now they have stopped with weekly algos. So now I am with Nifty and Sensex algos only. And monthly expiry, I can do Fin Nifty, Bank Nifty, and other algos as well. So in
Okay.
that way, so I can show you if I may share my screen to you.
Yes. Yes. Please.
This is my all-time period since I have been in Tradetron from 2022 only. This is all-time.
Okay.
Yes, I
Okay.
have selected Jan 1
Hmm.
2020 live auto, and exchange I have selected because I have created crude oil algo also. Crude oil options also, it trades from
Hmm.
5 p.m. to night 11:30 p.m. Okay,
Correct.
so this has been my result. You see, up to 32 lakhs 40,000 I have generated,
Wow.
and this is only algo. I have to start and do trading, and few days. I mean, you can say 1.5 to 2 lakhs. I have like sometimes there is an error, or sometimes there is some glitches are there in execution. Sometimes there was
Hmm.
broker issue in API.
Hmm.
Those days I have, this is the inclusive figure of those losses, and still it's a decent figure in 1.5 to 2 years period. And hopefully I will uh, progress more in this. So I have another account also where I have used only my Kohli strategies only.
Okay. Okay.
So I have a one parallel small account like
Out of curiosity, why so?
because this one I wanted with my wife's name.
Okay.
She was having some stocks investment, so I had to pledge it. So that funds I was not using it. So I wanted to
Okay.
utilize it into trading. So I just
Okay.
kept it like that, and with some cash component, I started doing this trading. So
Okay.
I'll share the screen and I can show this. So this
So,
one,
like you mentioned, this is your wife's account.
yes, and this is mostly from Kohli only, and
Okay.
crude oil also I am doing part in this one. So crude oil 93,000 profit is there. Mostly this Sensex Kohli, Nifty Kohli, and this all was done initially. This Bank Nifty Kohli when it was working. So this
Okay.
when Nifty Kohli it was down and it was top later on. So overall
And
I'm still 4.45.
wow. And on what capital are you running this?
This is 10 lakh capital.
Wow, that's great.
10
So
lakh capital.
the
Yeah.
previous portfolio that you showed, can you share that now? Okay, so this portfolio is basically yours, and you are running
Yes.
approximately 1 crore of capital on this.
Presently. Yes.
Yeah,
This is,
and you generated roughly 32 lakhs out of this thing, and
yes.
another 10 lakh portfolio, right?
Yeah, this is 10 lakh portfolio and it's only 1 year. So you can say almost 40% return.
Wow, wow, great.
And
That's a great number. Like more than 30% return on one portfolio, and nearly, let's say, what, 20-ish% annualized return on the other one.
yes, exactly.
Wow.
So this like I was mentioning
Hmm.
that I am doing multiple strategies. So here
Hmm.
I am really using. Initially, I used Tendulkar and few, but then later on I decided that let me try only Kohli strategy in this. So whenever there is Nifty expiry close by, I do Nifty Kohli, and whenever there is Sensex weekly expiry is nearby, I am doing Sensex week Kohli. So that
Wow.
way, I'm not much monitoring this. I'm just deploying Kohli in this, and I have got decent return in this one. So
Great numbers. Great numbers.
this is
All
what I,
kudos to you. All your hard work, all your learnings of, let's say, 10-ish, 10 plus years, like the 10-15 years that you've been actively investing your mental energy into working on these portfolios, building these strategies, and then now you're seeing the results of it. Brilliant.
yeah,
All kudos to you.
yeah, thanks a lot. So that in this way, I wanted to say that even if you follow with a small capital only one strategy, let's say Kohli or Dravid or anyone,
Hmm.
so end of the day or in a year, you will end up in a profitable way, provided you deploy it in a disciplined way. Okay,
Okay.
like what I have done in this account, I have been doing only Kohli in this, and you can see the results here. So almost
Wow.
approximately 44% return. Let's say 5% charges or something. Still, I am 36, 37% profit. It's not gone anywhere in this account.
Great. Kudos to you. Like, great journey, man.
Thanks
Awesome.
a lot. So let's
Wow.
see.
All kudos to you, man. Great response. Great results, actually. Wow.
Yeah, thanks for that. But I still think there are many traders in Tradetron I can see in the marketplace who are full-time traders and making in I think in crores or something with a high AUM. But still, this is my just beginning, and I'm fully satisfied with it because I'm also doing my job, and this is a part-time thing only till now. And
Hmm.
in future, we'll see how it progress, and then I also plan to come to full-time if it succeeds further in this.
So,
Yeah.
one thing I can distinctly notice out here is that you have so many different strategies. So, at a time, are you running like a portfolio of all these strategies? Or is it like you have a specific set of strategies that you're running? Or can you walk us through that process? And how do you decide if this strategy is something like, why should I allocate X amount of money to Kohli and not to Sehwag? If you can just brief me on that.
It depends on a particular day market behavior. Like
Hmm.
uh, Kohli, I mostly deploy on expiry days. My most of the capital goes in Kohli deployment on expiry days because, as I said, it slowly progresses to as per the market behavior, it rolls over the positions
Hmm.
as per that. And initially, when the market opens, I go with my straddle strategies, which are Sehwag and Tendulkar. These two strategies, I go with them. Earlier, there was Bank Nifty Dhoni also. That is also a straddle strategy. So I go with that and I see how market behaves. The market is too choppy in the first 1 hour.
Hmm.
I will never redeploy them, or I will never add further deployment in that algo. I will leave it aside. I will go with the moderate strategies like Rahul Dravid and Kohli. And if the market behaves properly, even if it is trending, but it is
Mm,
trending in a following a proper pattern, like it is respecting the super trend or respecting the EMA crossover or respecting any other indicator. So if it is following a proper channel, then I will continue with my aggressive strategies also, like Sehwag and Tendulkar. If it is not following any proper, like as per our textbooks, like forming this pattern or that pattern, like forming a flag pattern or double bottom or something like that, then I will go with my safe strategies like Kohli, Dravid, and Sehwag and all. I will try to avoid them. So in this way, I try to generate in a day like 1%.
okay.
It was like 0.5%, 0.6% someday. But if you try to chase, let's say there's a volatility in the market and you book loss in Sehwag and all, or Tendulkar straddle strategies, and you try to keep redeploying them or add further capital.
Mm,
Okay, after that market if consolidates or it starts behaving properly, then of course they can be profitable. But at the same time, you are increasing your loss potential also for that day.
mm, mm,
So this I avoid. Like if I, let's say in my deployment, I see uh, up to 15 to 20,000 loss, 30,000 loss,
mm.
then I try to avoid these aggressive strategies and I go to moderate to uh, less risky strategies to Dravid and Kohli. So
So
this way, yeah,
broadly, you're saying that there is a fair bit of manual discretion involved as well within the strategies. Like for your 5 strategies, you are manually based on your manual understanding and your knowledge of the strategy. You are basically restricting certain strategies, but at the same time, based on certain market conditions, you are allowing other strategies to get a free hand in order to take the trades that it is taking. And based on that, you are seeing the results that you are currently seeing. Correct?
yeah. See, this is only for the deployment. Like even
Correct.
if I every day I deploy the same strategy in morning time. Okay,
Hmm.
9:15, 9:20, I just leave it. And then also if I leave, then also my algos will be profitable as per their trend. Okay, but
Okay.
just to reduce loss on a non-favorable day and increase the profits on a favorable day, I am following this pattern. Okay, whenever market is favorable to, like last Friday I will tell you, market
Hmm.
was falling. Okay, but it
Hmm.
was following a proper channel. Okay, as you can see, it was following a proper trend. It was not like falling and then suddenly running upwards in within a short minutes time frame. So I went on deploying Tendulkar. Okay, and in trending behavior it went up to almost 25k profit. But after that reversal, it started dipping and it came back to 10k, 6k, 8k. Then I stopped Tendulkar and I went on to Kohli and Dravid. So
And
this is, yeah,
you're giving like equal percentage allocation of your capital. You mentioned around 1 CR of capital. So
yeah.
is there equal allocation to all the strategies initially, or do you have certain strategies that you are higher allocated towards
Yeah,
based on market conditions?
my first deployment is always equal. Like
Okay.
Sehwag, I have equally divided to everyone.
Hmm.
But after their exit, after their profit booking or after their loss booking,
Hmm.
if it is a loss booking and if they are not able to, I mean, if the market I see it is not favorable to them, then I will not redeploy that. Which is
Okay.
giving you profit, I will go to that. That is my point of view. Okay, let's say even if you are investing in the stock, like let's say like people say, अरे ये तो stock बहुत सस्ता हो गया, गिर गया और खरीद लो, फिर गिर गया और खरीद लो. So that is not my way of approach. My way of approach is which is performing. The one sector which is performing, try to invest in that. If it is performing, it will perform much better. It is, I mean,
Okay.
the scenario is good for that. Same way in my algo trading also, whichever algo is performing best, I will try to deploy my capital more into that one on
Okay.
that particular day.
Okay. And let's say if there is some strategy that is exiting at a loss, then are you allowing that strategy to retake its trades, or you are not re-allowing it at any point? Or is the profitable one allowed to, like, let's say it exits at a profit? Are you redeploying or allowing it to take the trades again if, let's say, you have sufficient time towards the end of the day?
Okay, I will redeploy as I said. If the market starts favoring it, let's say
Hmm.
morning 1 hour there was market volatility, and 10 to 11 market is now consolidating. So
Hmm.
most likely from 11 to 2 till closer period it will consolidate. So I will give one more redeployment to Sehwag or Dhoni. So it will
Okay.
try to give me good profit. But if it again give me a loss, then I will not redeploy.
Okay.
That is
And
the
talking about your profits and loss, what was like that biggest profit that you saw in a day, and what was the worst loss that you saw, and what did you do during both the situations?
Okay, my worst loss was, and it was not even any trader could have done. You must have heard it was in, I think, August or September when Nifty suddenly fell, and after 5 minutes it came back. You remember
Okay.
that?
Yeah.
I,
Yeah.
it was a very hot discussion on even social media platforms. Also, all traders were frustrated. That day, even Tradetron execution was, I can see in the notification log, it punched order at, let's say, 20 rupees, and execution was at 190 rupees.
Okay.
So even for that, I had a big discussion with Tradetron technical team that why it happened. So even in advanced setting, also I am putting 50 ticks, 70 ticks. Let's say if there is a stop loss, it will put 3 to 4 rupees higher to just execute it if there is a stop
Okay.
loss.
Okay.
So that was like suddenly I seen a screen minus 2.5 lakhs loss.
Oh my.
And that was almost the biggest loss for me, almost 2.5% capital, and deployment was also only up to 60-70 lakhs only that day, so it was
Okay.
almost more than 3% loss that day. So that was the biggest setback for me, and all my last 1.5 months to 2 months profit, everything was gone.
Okay. And how did you mentally recover from it? Was there a period where you felt कि अभी ये बंद करके भागना है? Or were you like कि नहीं कल कल वापस आएगा and I will do it tomorrow again?
There was a period in that, and shortly after 10-15 days I made 1.42 lakhs also, and 1.36 lakhs also
Okay.
in this trading. And yeah, it does came in my mind that okay, this is taking a lot of toll, even with a defined risk also. I can feel the pressure. I can feel that okay, I'm losing my hard earned money. But at the end of the day, and when I see my financial year figure, I see at least I'm in the green. Okay,
Hmm.
at least I'm not losing it. And what I do, whatever profit I get, I never withdraw my capital so far. Hardly 4-5 lakhs I must have withdrawn. I try to invest in good stocks, maybe also ETF also I consider to buy ETFs, pledge them, and same funds I try to utilize for my trading with some cash components. So anyways, I am, from the time I am in stock market,
Hmm.
I'm not in a loss, right? So what I have to lose? I'm in a green only, correct? Anyways, if this business fails, it would be a learning for me. That's okay. I am not in a situation that I can go bankrupt. I have my job, I can earn, and even if it goes in a big loss, I can recover that. I have put it that much money in the market that is affordable to me to lose. Let's say I buy this much amount of money. I use this money to buy a property, and that property goes into a dispute, and I almost, if I cannot fight, I lose that land. So in that way also, if wherever you do such kind of investment, that is also a risky investment. So you should do that much amount only that it cannot harm your life. Okay, of course you will feel disappointment that your hard-earned money is not there. Okay, but you designate that much amount of money only that cannot impact your daily life or your family's life or your health or your daily living routine or something. Okay, so this money I have grown up, grew this money, whatever stock in the stock market I have invested. It's not like I will lose my complete bread and butter with this. So I am going with that, and this is what I advise to people also. Any risky business you try to go, okay, if you want to invest everything, you invest in a safe instrument. Okay, and in that way you can do. But any business you are doing, even if you are doing any business you are starting, people take loan and they do all kind of stuff to do this. This business is not meant for that, to take loan and do such stuff, and later on they go in a psychiatric trauma about when they lose it. And in that scenario, you tend to lose more. If you have that,
Correct, correct.
the more you fear something, it will happen more to you.
Because that pressure is on your head. And even a very interesting choice of words that you are using, like you're treating it as a business. You know it's a business. You have mentally accepted that, okay, it can fail. And at that point, what is the worst situation that can happen? And that worst situation isn't that bad anyway, right? I mean, of
Got
course,
it.
it would suck, but it's not something that will harm me in any way, which is what it should be as compared to what currently people do by taking loans and all sort of funky stuff. So Shitesh, you told me all about your trading, your style, your learning, your journey and all. But can you tell me more about you? Like, what do you do when you're not trading? And what do you do otherwise,
Uh,
work-wise and so on? And how do you manage
on
both
shift,
together?
yeah. During my work, I'm doing my work. I'm busy at my job. At home, when I'm not trading, I'm a little bit for fitness freak. I try to do some exercises and
I
all.
can see that.
I used to go with my friends, and I have some. We have a mariners group here, and we try to have some get together, some enjoyment, some fun Sunday. And I try to dedicate some time with my family. I have a small kid, 3.5 years old,
Okay,
and
what's his name?
his name is Arjun.
Arjun. Okay.
So he's very very naughty, and that's why I have to make a separate room. And 9 to 30 is not allowed here. So this is the way, and we should try to balance our professional and personal life. So even if I'm trading, I used to have bad days, good days. I try most of the time not to reveal in my personal life. Okay, even if I am disappointed with the trading results, I try to not show in my family people. I try to make them happy. Okay, if I feel really bad, I take them to some dinner outing or somewhere, some nice place where they enjoy, and then I also have a smile on my face after seeing them.
And
So yeah.
if you were, let's say hypothetically, I put you back 10 years back or back in 2017 when you started, and you had to restart this journey, what would you do in this case? Assume that situation.
Uh, so yeah, I've been sailing almost now 15 years.
Hmm.
I passed out in 2009, and since then I've been in shipping. I would have tried to collect this financial knowledge and studied about it probably much earlier, little earlier also. But I cannot blame also, because in our field we have to give several exams to get promotion. Like
Hmm.
first we have to clear class 4 exam, MEO class 4, then class 2 exam, and then class 1. And they equally require much dedication and hard work studying. And to clear them, we have to do preparatory course. We have to go to Mumbai and have to stay there, go and give an exam in MMD like that. So I will not much blame myself that I why I was not into this before, because I was fully engaged in my uh, basic professional job, and to build my career there. So one thing now I have, this is my this year resolution also. I will never have regrets in my life. Whatever happened
Okay.
happened good, no problem. I started late, and it's never late also. Whatever you want to start, even if you want to start your business at 40s 50s, it's not a problem, unless if you have good dedication and courage to do it, it doesn't matter. So
So
people
there
should,
is a saying, the best time to start something was yesterday, but the
yes,
second best time is now.
is now. That's exactly you revealed it, what I meant to say. So that's why one should not regret in life. Whatever happened, it happened for good, no problem. What you want to do now, that really matters, and what preparation you have for it, you can plan it and do it, and you can achieve all your goals whenever you want to do it.
And would you recommend, let's say, algo trading to someone new, or you would want him to go with manual trading the same route that you took? And how would he approach it, given assuming that he's fresh, he doesn't know how to trade at the moment, and
Yeah.
what would he What route should he take according to you?
See, first, one should understand the concept of stock market, how it works. Okay, and to newbies, I suggest them to start with investment and investing also for long term. Like as you said, one thing I regret that why I could not spend a good amount of money in good fundamental stocks, which are now 10 times higher, like Infosys, TCS, Tata Motors, and all. So this regret again after 10 years people will have. Oh, in 2025 I could not invest in this. So people must understand how this business works, how
Right.
stock market it is about, how it affects our economy, and how it can be used as a good medium to generate wealth. Okay, so I my juniors also they keep asking me, sir, what you do, how you do, please, please explain me. I also want to do you. So I recommend them. Okay, these are the books you try to first have some financial knowledge, study them.
Okay.
Don't jump straight away that some friend bought 10 rupees option and sold at 500 and he made 50 times gain. That is gambling. So don't try to do that. First, study stock market, learn about investing, value investing first, and then you try to study about FNO, future and options, how it works. After that, if you feel that you can do some good uh, business into this, like you can have a proper risk management setup, and in which you can define your max loss, maximum risk you are taking in a particular trade. And like all experienced traders, like whoever are successful, they suggest that never take more than 1 to 2% of your trading capital. So whatever you do the deployment, whatever is your capital, let's say 1 lakh rupees, so you should not lose more than 1000 to 1500 rupees in that trade. You should follow this principle only. Even if you are successful to 60%, 65% of the time, still you are profitable. Don't try to chase with 1000 rupees to 1 lakh. Else, if अगर इतना ही पैसा कमाना तो you go to make team in Dream 11, myself. So many platforms are nowadays available. So probability and this success ratio, if you compare, probability is also a very important factor where people has to look after. That how much probability is there for you to win this trade, and if not, how much you are losing it. So for newbies, I will suggest first learn it like you are doing a degree course. All the books, people like in CA course, it is there, right? If I'm wrong,
Hmm.
if I'm not
Correct.
wrong. So learn it first, learn about investing, then you jump into trading. Okay. And then you try to learn about hedging, how you hedge your portfolio. In that way, you can try to earn side income with this, with your investment portfolio you are managing. So this way, I will try to suggest
And
like, yeah.
this would be along with, let's say, doing a full-time job, or if someone should, let's say, look at trading only as a career, or it should be something as a side income or a side hustle as compared to a full-time career in that.
Uh, as per my point of view, I would never recommend people to do full time in this unless you are 10 to 15 years experience in this business.
Okay.
If you have 5 to 10 years experience, you know all the scenarios of the market in a decade, then only you can think of doing it as a full time. Like
10,
with
15 years of manually trading or actually
manual.
trading, like real trading.
However, if you are related to the market, okay,
Hmm.
let's say 10 years you are doing investment, only investment.
Hmm.
Then you have the investment experience also. Then also you can do swing trading. You can buy
Hmm.
a stock after 6 months, you can sell, or 1 year you can sell. At least you should have that. Newbies, like people, some kids are passing out from 11, 12, and they're just straight away jumping into making a demat account and started doing trading. They are not even properly studying their course for whatever field they belong to, and side by side their mind is diverted to this field also. So it is like becoming like a gambling platform, this thing. I see so many kids, they are okay, I am also having a demat account, okay, I will buy this option today, tomorrow it will go, okay, a few days they can make good money, but as a business, this is not successful in the long run. I will not advise them. I will advise them to study what the market, try to do investing. learn the company reports, try to see which company is profitable consistently, try to invest them. Even it's 1,000 rupees or 2,000 rupees. Try to invest, try to see how it grows, try to learn the company's balance sheet, their quarterly reports. And then after you are successful in this, then you can go in this. FNO is not meant for playing like a gambling. Like people are playing it and trying to make a good money without having any background. It's not for that. My algos on Tradetron platform, if somebody is interested, or not even mine, if somebody else strategy is there who is successful, you you can devote in that. You can do some trading in that, and you need to give time to it. And if it has performed well, like my algos, they have given me over a period of time good returns in for let's say 30%, 35%, or
So you're saying you are offering these different Sehwag, Kohli, Tendulkar, and all of these strategies to people on Tradetron?
the voice is breaking. Yep.
Uh, you're saying that you're offering these different strategies, Sehwag, Tendulkar, Kohli, and so on. Are you offering them to people on Tradetron to
Yes, yes.
subscribe?
On marketplace, 5 algos are there. People can
Okay.
subscribe and they can deploy it. And they many of my friends are using it who are patient enough. Some who are not patient enough, they use few days of losses they left, and now they see the result. Hey, this is also profitable. I want to join again. So you have to give time and patience to.
So what should be the mindset of someone who wants to subscribe to something like this? Like, one, how much capital is he looking at? If he's looking at subscribing to your strategies as a portfolio. Second, how much time should he devote to this thing? Like, is there any criteria that you would prefer from your ideal customer on this
Like
route?
one of my friends are there who are like earlier margin requirement was less. I mean,
Hmm.
with hedging, margin requirement was down to 1 lakh rupees only. But now with new SEBI regulations on expiry day, you have to have extra peak margin plus extreme loss margin. So it is going up to 2.5 lakhs for 1 lakh, one lot. So expiry day, at least you should have that 2.5 lakhs. So still, I suggest people to start with at least 10 lakhs, 5 lakhs minimum. I'm saying. One guy was there who was earlier he was trading only with 1 lakh rupees capital. Every day he was doing only Kohli. And he was deployed. But 1 month he used to generate 12,000, 14,000 like that. So that way also people has been successful. And I was surprised to see, okay, he's doing only Kohli. And his return was even more than me in
Okay.
percentage wise. So he was disciplined in that sense. Okay, I will do only Kohli. I said this is the modest strategy. It will give you even good return on expiry favorable days if market
Okay.
goes favorable way. And loss was only hardly 1%. So he was successful in that way. So if people want to do, they can start with at least now margin requirement is high, at least 5 lakhs, 10 lakhs minimum. 5 lakhs also you
Okay.
can start, and you with less capital you stick with only one strategy. So far Kohli is most successful. You can stick with Kohli, and if you have more capital, then like let's say you have 20 lakhs, so you can designate like 4 lakhs each to one strategies. Okay, like Sehwag, Tendulkar, and then Kohli, and like that you can deploy. And if some of them exit and if market is not favorable, then that capital you can utilize it Kohli, as I explained earlier in
Correct. So
other.
in stocks, invest in stocks, pledge those stocks, reuse that capital in order to run these algo
Yeah,
strategies.
correct. That way, at least, let's say any stock, even if it is generating 8 to 10% in a year.
Hmm.
Okay, not all stocks will perform. Okay, leave the stocks. Even if you buy ETFs, that
Hmm.
is as good as mutual funds. So you are
Correct.
getting extra 10 to 12% from that.
Hmm.
Also, plus you get dividends also. Plus, if they have some split or bonus shares or something like that. So in this downfall also, I did not sell any of my stock. Many account I had 18 to 20 lakhs plus profit in my
Hmm.
investment, and
Okay.
that is down to almost 2 to 3 lakh profits now. But my view was long term. I was sure I am not going to sell them. These stocks have good fundamentals. I did not sell them. I am still holding them. So that should be the mindset. What I mean to say.
So Shitesh, can you while researching, I found that you also have your own channel. So can you tell me more about what do you talk about on your YouTube channel, and how does it what benefits do you provide to your subscribers when they are on your channel?
See this option intelligence. I just made uh, a WhatsApp group I initially made because many of my colleagues and friends they keep on asking me, okay, please advise me some shares to buy. Okay, please give me whether I should exit or buy or like that. So I just made a WhatsApp group and I just started putting that in that one. Then later on, I planned for this option for Tradetron account. People wanted to subscribe it.
Hmm.
So with that perspective, I opened one option intelligence WhatsApp group also, and I started adding people whoever were interested in doing my algos and all. So I started YouTube channel also, how to explain how these strategies work. I even prepared a PPT on even that was on shift. One Sunday I had a time I prepared, and in one video I have explained on board staff. They were asking me how FNO works and how like uh, option why it came into existence, what is hedging. So it is like an insurance business, correct? So I had a full so in a proper layman's language I explained them. So one guy he made a video of it, so I uploaded it here. So whatever whenever
Okay.
I have a chance, like during in my busy schedule, I don't have much time to make all these videos now. So few videos whenever I make, like almost it's more than 5 6 months I have not made a video. So
And shift work is generally 24/7, right? I mean, so you are working for all the 7 days in a week for that 6 8 months that you're
no, no,
working.
it depends in the ship trading pattern. Like if it is on a at sea on
Hmm.
a long voyage, then there is not much work. You have to do maintenance. The vessel is running. But if it reaches any port where we have to do cargo loading, cargo discharging, or any port work, or if we have to take any bunker means fuel for the vessel.
Hmm.
So I'm in charge being a chief engineer. I have to do all this bunkering. So that do not have any time limitations. Like sometimes we are working 24 hours. Okay, next day we have to give complimentary rest, we have to rest like that. So it depends where the vessel is trading, how in how many days we are reaching the port, and when the operations are scheduled, or is there any major maintenance has come up immediately.
And
So
then in such periods, how do you manage something like an error or a strategy that is, let's say, running or exiting or something like that? Like, how do you
on
manage that trading?
if I'm busy, I do not manage. I have to leave it. I just select on error settings, click.
Yeah.
So if there is an error, then Algo will automatically exit that.
Okay.
And before in the evening, if I get half an hour, 1 hour time, I will just go through all my deployments, what went wrong or what went right, and half an hour, 1 hour, I will see if it goes well. Then it's okay. If there is something wrong, I will try to find the bug. Those
So
days.
do you paper trade your strategies as well, or it is just like everything is live auto from day one immediately?
Uh, few days, like 5 6 days, I did paper trade. After
Oh.
that, I've been in live deployment only. If I make a new strategy, like
Hmm.
let's say I replicate Nifty Tendulkar to Sensex Sehwag or something, same strategy but a different instrument. So I deploy with minimum lot, one lot. Okay,
Okay.
maximum loss is 2,000 rupees, no problem.
Okay.
But in live auto, I can have a proper testing of that algo. So and if it all goes well, then next day I can deploy 5, 10, 15 like that. So
All
that
right.
way,
Thank you so much. Like, I will link your contact coordinates and the way you can reach out, or any viewers can reach out to Shitesh from the description. And I'm so thankful that you brought in your story, your experience, your ideas, your knowledge about your usage on this podcast. It was so nice having you. Thank you so much for taking the time out on a Sunday evening to do this.
yeah, thanks a lot. I am glad this is my first podcast. I have faced it. I am very glad that you called me up and to do a podcast, and I was
The
able to.
next time some junior asks you कि क्या करना है sir, so you can definitely tell him ये link देख लो, you'll be sorted for life.
Yeah, yeah. You can have a good summarized idea what I am going to say to people, all junior people out there. Okay, and I must appreciate Tradetron with this initiative and also their platform. I mean, they are quick to resolve any queries, any technical team also. I have been in few instances, I have been angrily called them, why this has not executed this order. And then I realized that, okay, there is an issue with my algo only. Then, then I have to clear the bug. But the team is very good, technical team, and they immediately sort out how this works and they guide us properly. Kudos to Tradetron.
Thank you for watching this video till the end. If you like the stories that we say on this channel, do remember to like, comment and share this video with your trading buddies so that everyone can become better traders using Tradetron platform. Until the next video, thank you for watching. Goodbye.